Welcome to Matt Loves Eurovision. It's my Eurovision 2026 top 35 countdown. It's place number 1. It's Finland, Linda Lampenius and Pete Parkkonen with Liekinheitin. Please do click on the subscribe button, ring that notification bell and like, share and comment below. We're finally here, recording on what is the day of the Eurovision Turquoise Carpet event, my personal number 1. For the third time in 4 years, it's Finland that tops my countdown. 2023 is Käärijä, 2025 it was Erika Vikman. Sorry Windows 95 man, you are definitely not in my top in 2024. And in 2026 it's the duo of Linda and Pete for Finland that win for me. Now Finland have become something of a Eurovision powerhouse in the past few years. They've had 5 qualifications in a row, 2 top 10s, including an agonising runner-up spot for the public vote winner, Käärijä, in 2023 in Liverpool. Last year, Erika had been an early betting odds leader, though had slipped back a bit by the time of the contest. Still finished high, though, just outside the top 10. So can Finland finally go one better and get a second win on the 20th anniversary of their first win in 2006 that they had with Lordi and Hard Rock Hallelujah? Linda Lampenius and Pete Parkkonen are flying the flag for Finland in 2026, having won the Finnish national final UMK. They won both the jury vote and the public vote, and that public vote they received was record-breaking. It was the most votes cast since the show began or relaunched in 2012, and Linda and Pete got the biggest percentage vote of any act in terms of public vote, even beating Käärijä, I understand. It's also been the most watched UMK since 2012 as well. Now, doing proper bios of Linda and Pete, and especially of Linda, would turn this video into a long biopic. So to be very brief, Linda Lampenius, who was previously known internationally as Linda Brava, is an internationally known classical concert violinist. Do go and look her up if you want to see full details, but she's been performing internationally since the 1990s. Pete is a singer whose career is not quite as long as Linda's. He's 20 years younger than her, but does go back to 2009 when he took part in Finnish Idol, and he's released several albums and many singles since then. Liekinheitin, which means flamethrower, is the first collaboration between Pete and Linda, but has resulted in a first for them both. A number 1 in the Finnish singles charts. Linda has obviously done well in classical charts, but this is her first number 1 in the singles chart instead. Now the song, Liekinheitin, is fully in Finnish and explores a fiery but frozen relationship. I think a true song of ice and fire. It's pop rock with classical crossover. The violin arrangements are played by Linda are an absolutely sort of fundamental part of the song's construction. It's kind of a duet, but for vocals and violin. It's dark and dramatic, and while some might say almost overblown in a way, it feels very suitable for Eurovision and the Eurovision stage. Now, both Pete and Linda shine in their own ways. Pete's vocal is generally very, very good, and he seems to, I think, embody the word smouldering. And Linda is, well, as a classical music star, is a classical music star, and the violin performance is top-notch and extremely classy, as you might expect. Now, this really has received widespread love from the fans and beyond the fans. Now, we've covered already the UMK win and also the chart success in Finland, but it's head and shoulders in the lead on the Eurovision scoreboard app, as you can see. It also handily won both the OGAE fan poll, but also the jury part of Eurojury, which is a more select audience or select group, and the accompanying online vote that they have with Eurojury was also won by Finland. And while winning the Boom Bang Bang crowd at the vote at the Vauxhall Tavern, which it also did, is generally the kiss of death for predicting the winner, I'm perhaps thinking this year might be the case that this is the same. Now, the staging from UMK has basically come across to Vienna, but has been further honed, refined, maybe even more dramatic. and Linda has received permission to play the violin live on stage. And having seen some of the rehearsal clips, I think it really does enhance the impact of that element of the performance even more. Now, it probably shouldn't be a surprise to learn that this is sitting as a very clear leader in the betting odds to win. It's been there the whole Eurovision season. But not only that, the odds have shortened since the rehearsals began, when with the odds on their main rivals now have been drifting. It's not just confined to the overall win, but if you look at the odds for televote only win, they remain in a very solid second place to, well, you know who. What's been interesting is the climb in the odds in the odds to win the jury vote. They are now, or as at time of recording, they've moved up to second, much closer to Australia, which remains in the lead. But if you remember some of my videos earlier with Australia and France were clearly the top two in the betting odds for the jury vote. Now, betting on favourites do often falter or fall back once you get into the Eurovision week, the live shows, a bit like Sweden last year, which has been a huge favourite. But last year there was, I think, a clear alternative likely winner, which was in the shape of Austria, which was the big favourite for the jury, while Sweden was some way back for that jury vote. That doesn't feel like that's the case this year. It just feels like it is Finland's time. But the contest surprises even the most knowledgeable and immersed of us, and I am certainly not the most knowledgeable and immersed of us. I think it's one of the reasons we still love this contest, both in good times and in somewhat trickier times as well. But do let me know what you think of the song and how do you think it will do. Do let me know in the comments as always. And well, I say join me again on the countdown, but that is it for the countdown. But we're into Eurovision week. I'll be doing kind of my previews and then my kind of summaries of the previews of the semi-finals and the reviews of the semi-finals, and then looking forward to the grand final as well. So join me for those remaining videos, and yeah, enjoy the shows. Take care.